What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers videos, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. What do you think Clayton Kershaw will be doing next year? Will he be playing baseball for the Dodgers, for another team? Will he retire? I want your takes down below in the comments section. And also, what kind of impact do you think he'll have for the Dodgers the rest of the way? Give me your takes down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So we're closing in on seeing Clayton Kershaw pitch again for the Dodgers. He hasn't made a start for LA since July 3rd, but he did make his rehab start the other night. He ended up going 3 innings through 49 pitches, allowed 2 earned runs, 4 hits, had 4 punch-outs, and no walks. Started the game strong, struck out the first batter on 4 pitches, and in the second inning, he struck out the first batter again, but then he gave up a single and a 2-run shot to catcher Brian Serven. And then the third inning, he struck out the leadoff batter, but then he gave up a double, but was able to get out of the inning after a ground out and a deep fly ball. But all in all, the most important thing was that he was feeling good. He was throwing all of his pitches, even worked in some changeups there on Tuesday in OKC. And he looks like he's ready to go, ready to help out this Dodger team that's in desperate need of some starting pitching. Look, right now the Dodgers essentially have 3 starting pitchers with Walker Buehler, Max Scherzer, and Julio Urias in 7 batters when you consider Cody Bellinger and the pitcher's spot. So getting Kershaw back is going to be massive. Here's Clayton Kershaw, who spoke to reporters on Monday about how he's feeling heading into his first start back on Monday.
Yeah, I actually feel pretty good. So thankful for that. And, you know, looking like next step we'll throw a bullpen on Friday, and then I'm going to pitch on Monday. And pretty sure it's going to be with the Dodgers, so it's exciting. Yeah, you know, it was being hurt's no fun. I've said that before. And then realizing the team that we have and the opportunity that we have, just from being around a little bit, you understand that you don't really get this opportunity very much. So I just wanted to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it however I can be, and hopefully contribute. And so this is a good first step on Monday to get going. And, you know, we got a good chance at something, so it's exciting.
And then Kersh talked about why he doesn't want to talk about having a pitch count on Monday and all the frustrations that he went through in his rehab process.
There's no point in talking about pitch counts because that really doesn't, you know, give kind of an advantage to the other team if they know what's coming. So pitch as long as I can. I'm going to say absolutely not to begin. It was pretty bad to start. Yeah, it's been a frustrating process, honestly. Rushing back and things like that is just it's not fun to have setbacks and things like that. But now, you know, I think from the second ramp up, it's been pretty smooth, I guess, overall. And yeah, get ready to go. Yeah, I was talking, I mentioned that to Barnesy. I was like, yeah, I feel like I've spent the past 2 months trying to get healthy. Now I've got 4 or 5 days to learn how to pitch again. So, you know, hopefully that's enough time.
So I'm really hoping that Clayton Kershaw can step right back in to this Dodgers rotation and produce right away. Give the Dodgers the quality they need, because Kershaw being back means one less bullpen game we have to endure. How sick are you of bullpen games? 2 out of every 5 starts. It just does not sit well with me and Dodger fans, because yes, they've had their success, but you want to see starting pitching. That is how you get it done at the big league level. And Clayton Kershaw this year, a 30.1 K percentage, a 4.5 walk percentage. He still has that elite fastball spin, elite chase rate, elite K percentage. This is a guy that can still get it done, and he's throwing that slider at a 47.5% clip. That is a career high, and it's pretty simple with Clayton Kershaw at this point in his career. If he has the feel for that slider, if it has the depth, if it has the bite, he's going to be effective out there on the mound. He just needs to have the slider and command that fastball. He doesn't have to throw 96, 97, 93 even to be effective out there. Yes, you've seen the velocity dip. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but as long as he's locating and he's being effective with that slider, throwing it in that curveball and getting the punch outs, we've seen the swing and miss get better this year, and he can still get it done and have those vintage Kershaw outings. And the Dodgers, they need it in the worst way. And the other big topic when it comes to Clayton Kershaw is what he told Bill Plunkett of the OC Register. Bill Plunkett tweeted out, Dodgers Clayton Kershaw on potential free agency this winter. I can honestly say I have no idea what's going to happen. I really have no idea. I'm excited to pitch for now. I'm excited to pitch in the playoffs again, which is something I don't want to take for granted. And then we'll figure it out from there. So that sounds to me, just reading in between the lines, that there's a lot of uncertainty about the future with Clayton Kershaw and the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is going to be a free agent after this season. He's only 33 years old, but you start to see him deal with those injuries. You've seen the velocity dip. This year, he's averaging 90.7 miles per hour on his four-seam fastball. Last year, that number was at 91.6 miles per hour. Now, yes, it was a 60-game season. He did go to driveline. He did have that uptick in velocity that was one of the biggest increases around Major League Baseball in quite some time. But in his heyday, or I like to call it his K-Day, when he was one of the elite pitchers in Major League Baseball, he was averaging close to 95 some years. He was averaging high 93s in the 94 range. Now that's down to just above 90, but he can still get it done. I think right now, if he stays healthy, he's still a number 3 pitcher on a World Series contending team. But the question is, does Clayton Kershaw, who is a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, does he want to go through that everyday grind that it requires to be a top-end pitcher in Major League Baseball? Look, he has thrown 2,439 1/3 innings in his regular season career, and then you add those 189 postseason innings, all those starts on short rest in those St. Louis series. Maybe if Don Mattingly and some of the other powers that be didn't just lean completely on Clayton Kershaw and say, hey, put us on your back, maybe that could have lengthened his career. You never know, because those postseason starts, they take their toll. Ask any big leaguer, they'll tell you that those take a lot out of you, and he's pitched in some massive games in his career. And if you're Kershaw, do you really want to go from being an ace, one of the game's all-time greats, to being just, a number 3 starter, a guy who's going to have those vintage nights where he looks like an ace at times? He definitely still has that in him. I don't know. I think if you're Clayton Kershaw, you're 33, you have nothing else to prove. You won your World Series last year, and I think if he wins a World Series this year, and he's a big part of that, I do think there's a chance that he just walks away, rides off into the sunset as a champion, and says, hey, I'll see you guys in 5 years when we have my Hall of Fame ceremony, because that is where I'm going. It's Cooperstown Kershaw. There's no question about that. The only debate is whether or not he's the pitcher of his generation, along with Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. And then there's the other option. Could he sign with the Texas Rangers? He spends a lot of time in Dallas in the offseason. That's where he's from. That's always going to be home for him. Does he go to the Texas Rangers? Look, I like the fact they still wear blue hats, but I just don't see him ending his career anywhere other than the Los Angeles Dodgers. That is where his legacy is. And if you go to Texas, there's a lot of pressure on you. Yes, you're Clayton Kershaw, the name. They're going to expect you to be Clayton Kershaw in his prime, and they're going to want you to lead that franchise. And I think that's a lot of pressure at this stage of his career. The Dodgers, they know his body. They know what he's willing to go through, how to get him optimal, how to attack hitters. He won't have the same game planning in Texas that he has in Los Angeles. And I think Kershaw will realize that. So does he come back to L.A. on a shorter-term deal? I think that is the only option if he continues his career, in my opinion. Maybe a 2-year deal, $40-50 million, possibly a little work past due contract. And then if he retires, though, maybe it gives the Dodgers a better chance to sign Max Scherzer and offer him more money. So that could be the silver lining in this, is if Kershaw retires, you use some of that money to bring back Max Scherzer, because he's still looking like one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, even at age 37. But just the thought of Kershaw retiring or playing for another team, I'm not going to lie, it's a day ruiner for me. Almost brings tears to my eyes just thinking about Clayton Kershaw wearing another uniform or retiring. But I think it's something that we have to seriously start talking about, because he will be a free agency. There's not just this guarantee he's going to come back for the Dodgers. But let me know down below in the comments section, where do you think Clayton Kershaw will be next year? Will it be with the Los Angeles Dodgers? Will it be with another team? Where are some other teams out there you think he could be playing for? Is it the Texas Rangers? Is there another team out there you could see him playing for? And then also, do you think he will retire after this season? I want your takes down below. And also, what kind of impact you think he'll have for the Dodgers for the rest of the way? I want all your takes. As always, you guys always kill it down there. We're going to start adding a comment show where we have the best takes for the week in just one video. So be on the lookout for that. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. For all things things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Download the new Dodgers Nation app for my iPhone and Android users. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to GearUp.la. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.